Good evening, guys. In the last session, we discussed about what is git stash command and why we need to use git stash command. So when we are in the middle of some work, if you want to complete some other priority work, then we will make our local changes to the temporary storage area. We will save our local changes to the temporary area by using git stash command. Once our priority task got completed, then we will continue our work back by using git stash apply. Then after, we discussed about what is git conflict command. What is git conflicts? So whenever we execute git pull command, it will bring the latest code changes from central repository to local repository. It will bring latest code changes from central repository to local repository. So whenever you do the pull, if you have some changes in your local, and if there are some changes in the remote repository, there is a chance of getting git conflict. Your local changes, remote repository changes are there in the same file, same line number, then there is a chance of getting git conflict option. And another scenario, when we are merging the changes from one branch to another branch also, there is a chance of getting git conflicts. So in the last session, we have seen how to work with the git stash command and how to work with the git conflicts also. Next one, today we are going to understand what is git merge command and what is rebase command. What is the purpose of git merge command and what is the purpose of git rebase command? So both are used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Both are used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Let me take my git repository here. I'm taking my GitHub repository. SB log application is available. So currently there are 3 branches available. Copy this code, copy this URL. Let's clone this repository into our local. So to clone the repository into local, we are going to use git clone command. So let me delete this one. Let me do the cloning. Okay, go for git bash. In the git bash, we are using git clone with the repository URL. So I'm cloning my project into local, then go inside that SB log application. Okay, then check the git status. My branch is up to date and git branch name. Okay, my local is up to date and currently I'm pointing to main branch. Okay, now go inside this one. Okay, so F1, F2, F3, there are 3 files available in the main branch. Let me create one more file, touch m1.txt. Then let us do the check git status. M1 file is added to the main branch. Then git add command space dot. So add dot represents that all the new files created, all the modified files add to the staging area. Newly created files and modified files we will be adding to the staging area with the git add command. Then next one, git status. File is added to staging area. Let's do the commit. Git commit -m m1 file added in main. I have added m1 file in the main branch. Then git push. I'm doing git push here. I created m1 file and I have pushed the m1 file to main branch. When I do the git push to the main branch, it is failing because in my machine, I'm using 2 different Git accounts. Currently, I connected with my personal Git account, but push operation I'm doing to the Ashok IT School Git account. So how to resolve this problem? So if you have some saved credentials in your Windows machine, how to delete those saved credentials from the Windows machine? So you go to search option and you go for Windows credentials. Manage Windows credentials option is available. In manage Windows credentials option, you see github.com. So here my different Git account credentials are available. So I want to remove these credentials. Whenever you are doing Git push, only first time it will take your Git credentials and it will save them in the operating system. That is called Windows credentials option. That is called Windows credentials option. Now, I want to modify these credentials, which are already saved in my account. How to do that? Go to search option, then go to manage credentials option, manage Windows credentials. In manage Windows credentials, select the Windows credentials option, go to github.com, select this github.com. Here my credentials are already saved. This is my different account. Click on remove. Yes. So in my machine, credentials are not saved. In my machine, credentials are not saved. Now let me do the git push. When I do the git push, it will ask the credentials because already saved credentials I have removed from my machine. So that's why when I do the git push, it is asking, do you want to sign in with the browser or do you want to sign in with a token? You can generate a personal access token when you are using Linux machine to perform git operations. Then you need to use the token only. But in the Windows, you can use a token or you can use your credentials. Sign in with the browser. So I will select my Git account. So this is my Git account. I'm trying to log in into my Git account. So once I log in successfully, then my push operation got success. So what operation I have done now? I have taken one branch. So this branch is called as main branch. Okay. In this main branch, I have created one file with a name called m1.txt. So I have a main branch. In the main branch, I have created one file with a name called m1.txt. Now I will go and create one new branch. What are the branches already available? Develop main AA125 branch is available. So I'm going to create one branch with a name called feature. Okay. I'm creating one branch called feature branch. Inside the feature branch, I will go and commit one file with a name called f20.txt. Okay. So this is the process I want to perform. I have a Git repository. In my Git repository, main branch is available. Inside the main branch, I have created m1.txt and I have pushed it. Then I'm going to create one feature branch. Then I will create one file in the feature branch and I will push that file to the feature branch. Then whatever the new file we push it to the feature branch, that file is required for the main branch also. Okay. So first I have a main branch. Inside the main branch, I have created m1.txt and I have pushed it. Now I will go and create a feature branch. Then in the feature branch, I will create a new file called f20.txt. Whatever the file I push it to f20 to the feature branch, that file is required for the main branch also. Then I'm going to use git merge command. So git merge command is used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Same thing can be done by using pull request also. So pull request means GUI based. You can go here and you can create a pull request. Okay. So, but when you go for git merge command, this is GUI based operation. Okay. So, but if you want to do that from the CLI, then we are going to use git merge command. Okay. So already I have done the git push. M1 file I have created and I push it to main branch. Now let me go and create one new branch called feature branch. Okay. So let me type name called feature from the main. Feature branch is created. Good. Now inside the feature branch, I want to create a file called f20.txt. But in my local, if I execute git branch command, main is available. Feature is not cloned. So after cloning the repository, new branch is created. Then to take the latest changes from the repository, I'm going to use git pull command. So when I use git pull command, it detected that there is a new branch in the git repository, which is called feature. So remember, after cloning the repository, if the new branch got created in the git repository, then we have to take the pull. Now let us execute git branch command. Okay, main branch we are pointing. Now let me switch to feature branch. Feature branch is created. Can anyone tell me how to switch from one branch to another branch in the git bash? Guys, can anyone tell me how to switch from one branch to another branch, guys? What is the command we need to use to switch from one branch to another branch? We need to use git checkout command. Okay, I'm using git checkout feature. So I switch it to feature branch. Now you can check it by using git branch command. Okay, feature branch is available, main branch is available. I'm in the feature. Now inside the feature branch, F1, F2, F3 files available. M1 file is also available. M1 file we committed to main branch. From the main branch, we created a feature branch. So we got that file. Now I need to create one new file called F20 to the feature branch. As per our diagram. As per our diagram, I need to create a new file in the feature branch and I need to commit and push that file to the feature branch. So let me do that. Touch f20.txt. Okay, touch command we have executed. Then git status, file is not added to staging area. Git add f20.txt. Git add f20.txt. Then next one, git status. Then execute git commit -m f20 added to feature branch. F20 is added to feature branch. Then do git push. Okay. So in the main branch, I pushed one file. In the main branch, I pushed one file. Then after I created a feature branch, then in the feature branch, I pushed one file. So whatever the changes I have done in the feature branch, those changes I want to merge into main branch. Then you can execute git merge command. So what is the purpose of git merge command? If you want to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. If you want to merge the changes from one branch to another branch, then we are going to use git merge command. Now tell me, which branch changes we need to merge into which branch, guys? Now you can tell me which branch changes we need to merge into which branch. Can you guys tell me that, please? Feature to main. So now currently my local is pointing to which branch? Currently my local is pointing to which branch? Feature. So feature changes I should merge into main. I need to switch to the main branch. So to switch into the main branch, let me go for git checkout main. I switch it to main branch. Now let me check it. Okay. Currently I'm pointing to main branch. Now main branch is there. Feature branch is there. Future branch changes I want to merge in the main branch. Now you check it properly. In the currently I am pointing to, my working tree is pointing to main branch. So inside the main branch, can you check, is there any f20.txt file is available or not available? Is there any f20.txt file available or not available in the feature branch? Come on, guys. F20 file is available in the feature branch or F20 file is not available in the feature branch? F20 file is not available in the feature branch. Now, let me do the git merge now. Let me do the git merge now. Okay. Observe carefully. So f20.txt file is not available in the main branch. Now I am going to do git merge feature. Okay. Currently I'm pointing to the main branch. I want to merge the changes of feature branch to the main branch. For that I'm using git merge feature. Updating f20.txt is merged to main branch. Can you check it? Can you check it? So are we able to merge the changes from one branch to another branch? F20.txt file we got into main branch. So you understand what is the purpose of git merge command now? Guys, you understood what is the purpose of git merge command now? What is the purpose of git merge command now? Are you able to understand? Yes. So what is the purpose of git merge command? What is the purpose of git merge command now? To merge the changes from one branch to another branch by using git bash commands. To merge the changes from one branch to another branch by using git bash commands. Okay. And the main important thing that we need to understand. So you remember, right, in which order I have done the commits? You remember in which order I have done the commits? First, M1 file created to the main branch. Then I created future branch. F20 file I committed to future. Then I merged the changes from future branch to main branch. Now, let us check the commit history. Git log command. Git log command. These are my old commits available. Lot of old commits available. Forget about that. Can you see the latest commits? M1 file is added. First commit I have done M1. M1 file is added to the main branch. Then F20 file is added to the future branch. So after merging the changes from one branch to another branch, is it maintaining the commit history properly? I have merged the changes from future branch to main branch. First, I have done the commit to the main. Then I have done the commit to the future. Then I have merged future branch changes to the main branch. So by using git merge command, is it preserving my commit history or it is not preserving my commit history? Is it preserving my commit history or it is not preserving my commit history? Is it preserving my commit history or it is not preserving my commit history? It is preserving the commit history. It is maintaining the order of the commits. Easily we can check who committed, what committed, when committed, all these things. Even though you are merging the changes from one branch to another branch, in this we are able to check the commit history properly. Okay, when the commits happened, who committed, whatever the branch it is, who committed, when committed, we are able to track it. So that is the main purpose of git merge command. Git merge command is used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. And when you merge the changes by using merge command, it will preserve the commit history of the files. Okay. Now, same task I want to do with the rebase command. Same task I want to do with the rebase command. So before going for the git rebase command, are you guys clear? Are you guys clear with the merge? I have taken a git repository. I have cloned it by using git clone command. When you do the git clone, your complete repository will be cloned into your local. Then I have main branch by default. So in that main branch, I have committed one file called M1. Then after, I have created a feature branch from the main branch. Then I have committed one file to the feature branch. Then I have merged feature branch changes to the main branch by using git merge command. When I do the git merge, it is preserving my commit history. It is preserving my commit history. Now, same operation I want to perform by using git rebase. Okay, so I will take the main branch. This time I will take m2.txt. Then in the feature branch already available, this time f30.txt. And instead of merge, I will do git rebase. Just files are going to be different. Same process I'm going to perform. I want to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. For this, now I am going to use git rebase. Are you clear? Are you guys clear with my point? What I am going to perform in the GUI for the merge, the alternate in the GUI is pull request. Pull request already we have seen how to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Now I'm going to use git rebase. Okay, so same thing. Let me main branch is there. Currently I'm in the main branch. Git status, nothing is there. There is one commit, git push. I have to do the commit. Whatever the commit is there, git push is there. After merging, I'm doing the git push. Okay, clear. Now let me go for git status. So everything is up to date, nothing to commit. My working tree is clean. Now let me go and create one file, touch m2.txt. I created one new file in the main branch, which is called m2.txt. Git status, m2 is not added to staging area. Git add command, m2.txt. Git commit -m, m2 added in main. Then do git push. I have created m2 file. I have committed the m2 file. I have pushed that m2 file into main branch. I have pushed m2 file into main branch. Then let me switch to the feature. Let me create F30 in the feature. To switch the branches, we are going to use git checkout feature. I switch it to feature branch. Okay. Then let me create a file, touch f30.txt. Then git add f30.txt. Then git commit -m, f30 added in feature. Then git push. So first m2 file I committed to main branch. Then f30 file I committed to feature branch. Now whatever the changes are there in the feature, I want to merge into main. For that I'm going to use git rebase command. Okay, currently I am pointing to feature. Feature branch changes I want to take into the main. Feature branch changes I want to take into the main. Now you check it. Currently we are in the branch which is git branch feature. Now let's switch to main branch. For that, git checkout main branch. We switch it to main branch. Can you check it? In the main branch, F30 file is available or F30 file is not available. Whatever the file I have pushed to the feature branch, which is called F30. F30 file is available in the main branch. F30 file is not available in the main branch. F30 file is not available in the main branch. Now, let me use git rebase feature. I'm using a command called git rebase feature command. Now, successfully rebased and updated main. Okay, now I have done the git rebase successfully. Now, let us do the status check. Your branch main have diverged and have 2 and 1 different commits each respectively. If you want to integrate the remote branch with yours, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Let us check git log command. Okay, now you observe, is it preserving? First I have committed m2 file in the main branch. Then I have committed f30 file in the feature branch. Is it preserving the commit history? When you go for git merge command, it is preserving the commit history. Okay, but when I go for rebase, is it preserving the commit history or it is not preserving the commit history? All the feature branch changes, commits are going, order is going down. Main branch commits are coming to the top. Rebasing. Rebasing means it is rebasing the branch. Main branch commits comes to the top in the commit history. Feature branch changes, commits go to the bottom. So in the git rebase, we have done the git rebase. F30 file comes to this. F30 file comes to the main branch. By using git merge also, we are able to get the future branch changes to main. By using git rebase also, we are able to get the changes. But what is the difference we have observed? When you go for git merge command, it is preserving the commit history. Actually, as per the diagram, M2 file I committed first. Then F30 file I have committed last. My last recent commit is F30. But in the git log command, it is showing M2. M2. At 8:30, I have committed M2 file. And at 8:32, I have committed F30 file. But which commit is coming on the top? Main branch commit is coming on the top. So whenever you use git merge command, it will merge the changes from one branch to another branch and it will preserve commit history. When you go for rebase command, it will merge the changes from one branch to another branch and it will give the commit order priority to the main branch, source branch. It is not preserving the commit history. Okay. When the commit history is not important for you, then you can use git rebase command. When the commit history is important for you, then you can go for git merge command. So if you want to merge the changes from one branch to another branch in the git bash, you can use git merge command or you can use git rebase command. When you use git merge command, it will preserve your commit history. When you use git rebase command, it will not preserve your commit history. Are you clear with this? What is the difference between git merge command and git rebase command? Are you able to understand the difference between git merge command and git rebase command? Come on, guys. Please clarify. Are you clear with the Are you clear with what is merge and what is rebase? Practically, we have seen the clear difference between merge command and rebase command. So both are used to merge the changes from one branch to another branch. Merge command will merge it, will preserve commit history. Rebase command will merge, but it will not preserve the commit history. All right, very good. So with this, we understood merge and rebase. Git merge, it will merge changes from one branch to another. Git merge command, it will merge changes from one branch to another branch and it will preserve commit history. Git merge command will merge the changes from one branch to another branch and it will preserve commit history. When you go for rebase command, it will merge changes from one branch to another branch and it will not preserve commit history. Okay. When you're merging the branches, if the commit history is not important, then you can go for rebase. If the commit history is important, then you can go for git merge. All right. Good, guys. Next one. There is a question. Git pull versus git fetch. Okay, in the interview, they will ask this question. What is the difference between git pull command and git fetch command? So we already know what is pull command. Can anyone tell me what is pull command? Can anyone tell me what is the purpose of pull command? Can anyone tell me what is the purpose of pull command? Pull command is used to bring the changes from central repository to our working tree, our local. Okay. Download changes from central repository to local repo and merge changes in working tree. Okay. So whenever we execute git pull command, what is git pull command, guys? What is the purpose of git pull command? Git pull command is used to download the changes from central repository to local repository, and it will match the changes with the working tree also. Okay. What is the git pull command is going to do? Git pull command is going to download the changes from central repository to local repository and merge the changes in the working tree also. Okay. So let me do some changes here. Let me go to this repository. Okay. Let me go to this repository. Take a file called f1.txt. In this file, I'm writing some data. This is F1 file data. Okay. Commit the changes. Commit them. SB log application is available. Okay. I have committed the changes to the f1.txt. All right. In the main branch, I have committed to f1.txt. This is F1 file data, which is modified. Now go to our local. In the local, does this file contains the data? No. In the local, this file does not contains the data. Okay. Now I want to take the latest code changes from central repository to local repository. So what is the command we are going to use for that, guys? Currently, my F1 file does not have any data in the working tree. But in the remote repository, we have modified f1.txt. Now I want to download the changes from remote repository to my local. I want to download the changes from remote repository to local. So what is the command we will use generally? What is the command we will use generally, guys? Can you tell me? We are going to use a command called git pull command. No need to specify the URL. Just git pull. Currently check it. We are in which branch? The changes push it to main branch. I'm also pointing to the main branch. I'm also pointing to the main branch. Now let me go for git pull. So when I use git pull command, we are able to pull the changes from our central repository to local repository. We are able to pull the changes from central repository to local repository. Are you guys able to understand? Git pull command I have executed. Now go to f1.txt. Are we able to get the remote repository changes to our local? Are we able to get remote repository changes to our local? Yes, we got the changes from remote repository to local. Okay, perfect. So that means when you execute git pull command, it will download the changes from central repository to local repository and merge the changes in the working tree also. Okay, now let me do the same thing. Let me do the same thing again by using git fetch command. So I'm going to f1.txt. I will write second line data. Okay, this is F1 file data. Now I am writing this is second line data. Same file I am modifying. Again, I'm committing and pushing directly to the main branch in the remote repository. But in my local, if you check that file in the local, cat f1.txt, only one line of data is available in the F1 file. Now, let me execute git fetch command. Let me execute git fetch command. I have executed the git fetch command. But let me see cat f1.txt. When I execute cat f1.txt, it is printing content of the file. But is it downloaded? Is it downloaded? Central repository changes to local repository. Is it available in the file now? In the working tree? Is that file is having latest changes happened in the remote repository? No. So you need to understand the concept here. You need to understand the concept. When you go for git fetch command, download changes from central repo to local repo. That's it. It will not merge the changes to working tree. So when we discussed about Git architecture, what we have discussed, guys? So if you see in the Git architecture, local repository is there, but it is not coming to the working tree. Currently, we are operating the Git from working tree. So whenever you use git pull command directly, download the changes from central repository to local repo and merge the changes in the working tree also. Download changes from central repository to local repository and merge the changes in the working tree. But when you execute git fetch command, it is downloading. You see git fetch command unpacking from the remote, total 3 delta 1 reused. Okay, unpacking objects 100% bytes, 949 bytes are done. It is downloaded from the repository. But is it merging those changes in the working tree, or it is not merging the changes in the working tree? No. So when you use git pull command, two things are happening. When you use git pull command, it will download the changes from central repository to local repository and merge the changes in the working tree. But when you use git fetch command, download changes from central repository to local repo. Download the changes from central repository to local repo. Now, to merge the changes from local repository to working tree, to merge changes from local repository to working tree, we need to use git merge command. Okay, that means git pull is equal to git fetch plus git merge. Can you read this point now? Can you read this point now? What is the purpose of git pull and git fetch? Now, so in my syslocal, I have executed git fetch command. It is downloaded, but that file does not have the data. Now I will execute git merge command. Now it is merging the changes. To the working tree. Now go for cat f1.txt. Now this is second line data. After executing git fetch command, again we need to execute git merge command. So git fetch command is used to check, are there any latest changes in the repository that we need to download? Okay, if any changes are available in the remote repository or central repository, it will download those changes to working tree, but it will not merge in the working. It will download from the central to local, but it will not merge in the working tree. Working tree means where we are doing the operations. So if you see Git architecture that day we discussed, what is working tree, what is the staging area, local repository, central repository. So when you execute git pull command directly, it will download from central repository to local repository and it will merge the changes in the working tree also. But when you execute git fetch command, it will download the changes from the central repository to local, but it will not merge in the working tree. If you want to merge the changes in the working tree, then you need to execute git merge command. That means whatever the git fetch and git merge is doing, we can do that in the single shot by using git pull command. Basically, when you have some changes in the local, directly if you execute git pull command, then there is a chance of getting the conflict. Okay, we have seen already what is pull. Directly it will download the changes from central repository to local, and it will merge in the working tree also. So if you use git pull command, then there is a chance of getting git conflicts. Okay, so that's why what people will do, they will execute git fetch command first, so that the changes will be downloaded to local repository, but it will not merge in the working tree. You can see what files are changed in the remote repository, what files you have changed in the working tree. Then you can check the comparison and you can merge the changes properly to avoid the conflicts. So if you execute git pull command directly, it will merge in the working tree also. If you have some changes in the working tree, there is a chance of getting the conflict. So to avoid such kind of conflicts, people will execute git fetch command so that changes will be downloaded from central to local. Then after checking in the local, then your working tree, so what files are modified in the local, what files are modified in the working, then you can merge them. So git pull is equal to git fetch plus git merge. So if you execute git fetch, only it will be downloaded from central to local, but it will not integrate in the working tree. To integrate the changes in the working tree, we need to execute git merge command. Git pull is equal to git fetch plus git merge. That is the concept. Are you clear? Are you guys clear with the pull versus fetch? Pull versus fetch. Okay. So with this, we understood what is Git, how we will perform operations in the Git, and what are the Git commands. So let's understand what are the commands we have learned in the Git. We discussed about git config command, which is used to configure our name and email ID. And we discussed about git init command, which is used to initialize the working tree. We discussed about git status command to check the status of the working tree. Then git add command with the file name to add particular file to the staging area. If you want to add multiple files at a time, git add dot. Then git restore command we have seen. After adding the file to the staging area, to unstage the file, we can use the restore command. If the file is not added to the staging area, git restore will discard the changes in the working tree. Then we discussed about git commit command -m message. So why are you committing? Give a message for that by using git commit command. Then we discussed about git push command to push the changes to central repository. Then we discussed about git clone command. It is used to clone the complete repository from the central to local. Then we discussed about git pull command, which is used to download the latest changes from the central to local plus working tree. Then we discussed about git fetch command. It will only download the changes from central repository to local. After this, we need to do the git merge. So git pull is equal to fetch plus merge. Git merge we have seen directly to merge the changes from local to working tree. And we have seen git merge with branch name. So to merge the changes from one branch to another branch, we have seen git rebase branch name. Okay, merge command will preserve the committee history. Rebase command will not preserve the committee history. Then we discussed about git log command, which will show you the committee history. We discussed about git rm command, which is used to remove the files in the local, and we need to commit and push to remove the changes files in the central repository directly. And we discussed about git branch command, which is used to check currently we are pointing to which branch. Then we used git checkout command, which is used to switch from one branch to another branch. Okay, so these are the several git commands we have discussed so far. And we discussed about git stash command and git stash apply. We discussed about git stash command and stash apply. When you are working on some task, we are in the middle, but we got some priority task to be completed first. Then our current running task will be parked, and we will save the changes to stash area, and we'll complete the priority task. If the priority task is completed, then we will get the changes back of our old task by using stash apply. Okay. So any other command we have discussed, and we discussed about git revert command. Whatever the commit that you have done, if you want to revert that commit, then by using that commit ID. So I have done some push to the central repository, but after some time, manager told that my commit is not required. Then I need to remove all the changes I have committed to the remote repository. For that, we will use git revert command. Once you do the revert by using commit ID, all the changes you have made as part of that commit will be reverted. Then you need to commit and push that revert. So these are the several commands that we have discussed so far related to git bash. These are the several commands that we have discussed which are related to git bash. Git config, git init, git status, git add, git restore, git commit, git push, git clone, git pull, git fetch, git match, git rebase, git log, git rm, git branch, git checkout, git stash apply, and git revert. Can someone explain the purpose of each command by looking here? Git ignore file we have discussed already, which is used to ignore the files that we don't want to commit. We already discussed what is git ignore. So if you want to ignore some files and folders from your commits, then you can specify those files and folders in the ignore file. So these are the git ignore is not a command, it is a file. We already discussed it. These are the commands we have learned in the git bash. These are the git bash commands that we have discussed. That is what I want to tell you. Sandeep Chaudhary want to explain the purpose of each command. Hello, Sandeep. Yeah, please go ahead, Sandeep Chaudhary. Sandeep, can you unmute your mic?
Yes, now I'm able to speak. Are you able to? Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, read the command and explain the purpose of the command.
So git config is used to log into or with our credentials, and git init is to initialize our operations, and git status is to check whatever the files are tracked and untracked. And git add is add command is used to add the file into the staging area, and git add dot is used to add all the files to the staging area, and git restore is used to revert it back. Am I right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And the git commit is to commit the file, which means it will be moved to the local repository. If you want it to be moved to the central repository, then we need to use git push. Then git clone is to whenever first you want to take the whole code into your local repository, then we use git clone. And whenever you want to take the updated code from the central repository, then we use pull. And fetch is there will not be any change in the working tree. If you take pull, then code will be changing from the central and local and also in the working tree. This is the difference. And git merge is used to make the changes in different repositories. To make every repository same, to update the code in the another repository, we use git merge. And the git log is used to check the log history of all the history of commits. Git branch is to know which branch we are pointing to. Git checkout and it is to transfer. I mean, switching the branches among the branches. So these are which we learned. These are which I know actually. Thank you.
Git stash. Sandeep, did you explain git stash command? Sandeep, I can't hear you, man. So did you explain git stash and revert?
Yeah, now I went on mute. No. Git stash and
please.
I did not.
Yeah, please tell me, what is the purpose of git stash?
Git stash. Not gittings.
We discussed in the class, last class, Saturday, and we have done the practicals also. And what is git revert? What is the purpose of git revert?
Git revert, whenever we want to unstage the file, we use git revert, I hope so.
Okay, good. Manikanta, please go and explain again. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sandeep. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Manikanta.
Yes, sir. Yes,
please
sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, git config. Git config is used to configure the user mail ID as well as the password. So, which is only for the first time. So, once user executes the git commands, it will be asked only for the first time. And next git init. Git init is used to initialize the working tree. And git status is nothing but it shows the status of the working tree. So, any files are pending or any files is modified or anything to be executed with the other git commands actually. So next git add file name is nothing but so what are the files that are added or any file is modified with any changes. So once we give git add with the file name, so that file will be added to the staging directory. Git add dot is nothing but if there are any multiple files which are to be committed in the staging, which are to be pushed to the staging directory, then we use git add dot. Git restore is nothing but the changes which are done or any files created which are not required to be committed, then we can use which are not required to be committed and push it to the central repository. We can use git restore command. Git commit -m commit message is nothing but the files which are added to the staging directory will be committed with the along with the messages that is given. Git push is nothing but the committed changes that is done will be pushed into the central repository. Git clone is nothing but we are just cloning the source code repository to the local repository with the help of an URL. Git pull is nothing but it takes the latest changes from the central repository to the local repository and also merge the changes along with the pull. And then git fetch is nothing but it is used to take the it is used to take the latest changes from the central repository, but along with the fetch, we need to merge it. So then only the latest changes will be available in the local repository. Git merge branch name is nothing but, so whenever we want to merge the branch from one branch to another branch, then we are going to use the command git merge with along with the branch name. Git so in git merge branch name, we have the log history actually for the merge changes. For git rebase along with the branch name, what are all the changes that is done in the merge? What are all the changes that is done that will be merged? Along with that, there will be no log history actually for the merging. So initially, what file is committed, that file will be represented at the first, and the next subsequent files which are committed, that will be in the next subsequent order. And git log will give you the what are all the commands that are that is executed in the previous history. So all those details will be shown in the git log. Sir, can you please scroll down, sir? Git clone, Git rm is nothing but, so what are all the files and changes that is done in the existing file. So those changes can be removed with the help of git rm command only in the local repository. Git branch is nothing but it is used to display the current branch which we are using, and git checkout branch name is nothing but if we want to switch from one branch to another branch, we can go with the command git checkout along with the branch name. Git stash is nothing but if we are working on a particular task and if we are asked to hold the task for some time, so then we cannot push the code into the central repository. So instead of so in such cases, we can just what are the changes that is being done, we can just give the git stash so that it will just store the store our task data temporarily, and once our changes are asked to once our changes are asked to unhold, then we can just apply git stash apply, and then once if we want to commit the changes, we can then commit the changes, then it will be reflected into the once if it is pushed to the central repository, it will be reflected in the central repository as well. And then git revert command, git revert along with the commit ID, which where the changes which are not required, that can be reverted based on the commit ID.
Very good. Good job. Fine, guys. So I hope you got all the commands, whatever that we have discussed in our Git classes so far. Okay. If you know all these commands, whatever the commands we are using with the Git repository, same commands we can use with the Bitbucket repository also. For Bitbucket and for Git, Git is the common version control software. So GitHub managing by Microsoft, Bitbucket managing by Atlassian company, but both are using Git as a underlying version control software. So if you use Bitbucket to store project source code, then 100% same commands we are going to use in the Bitbucket also. And the only difference between GitHub and Bitbucket, they are from two different companies having two different user interface. But commands wise, 100% exactly same commands we are going to use with the Bitbucket repository as well. Okay. What is the difference between local repository and working tree? Working tree means where your files are available, where you are making the changes. Your project directory is called working tree. So in your system, Git will maintain one local repository to save your local commits. So that is in memory where the Git is having. Whenever you install the Git, local repository will be available. Working tree means your project directory where your files are available, where you are modifying. All your commits will be saved to local repository. Local repository is part of your Git software. So whenever you do the push from the local, it will push the changes to central repository. Okay. So in the tomorrow session, we are going to discuss about our Bitbucket repositories, and tomorrow will be our final class. Tomorrow we'll talk about Bitbucket repositories, and tomorrow I will show you how to perform Git operations in the Linux machine also. Okay. So with that, our Git classes will be complete. Good, guys. So I request all of you to practice all these commands, whatever we have discussed in the class. and be ready for tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, we are going to work with the Bitbucket repositories. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. Any questions, anyone? You can unmute and you can ask.
Sir,
Anybody
this is
having any
Famida.
question? Yeah, hi, one by
Sir,
one,
this is
please.
Famida. So
Yeah, hi,
I have
Famida.
some problem. Yeah, I have a problem. So may I share my screen, please?
Yeah.
So it's disabled.
1 minute. Yeah, you can share it now.
So in my I have one Git repository account which is Famida Mamba. So yesterday I have created another repository with another email ID, SRK Famida. So what happened in my project, I just, it's a test project that Ashok test. So I have created just a main method over there. So I wanted to push my file, this
So
browser file.
one minute. You are using two different Git accounts, right?
Yes, that's the problem. Yeah, if you see the
go to Windows credentials. I got the same problem. I have solved that problem in the today's session only. Windows credentials. Go to your search option, type credential manager.
So
today I got the same problem. I have solved it.
Oh, really? Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So Windows.
Credential manager.
So it's in my laptop, right?
Yeah. Just a type credential manager. Remove everything. Type credential. Yeah. Manage Windows credential. Manage Windows credentials. Above option is there. First option.
First one.
Okay. So
yeah, there is Git option. Select the Git one.
This one.
GitHub.com. Yeah.
Yeah. Should
see here your old account is there. Click on remove.
So in that case, sir, I have a question. So I'm this Famida Mamba, this my user account is my basically my regular, my baseline. So I created that SRK Famida, that's for only for my practice issue, because this Famida Mamba I need to continue this.
Yeah, first you remove this one for now.
Okay.
Now whenever you do the git push or git pull, it will ask for your account login. You can log in with your new account and you can do the practice. Later you can delete this one and you can add the new one. You need to switch like
this. I got you. Yeah. Now I understand. Yeah. What I happened. Yeah. Now I can understand. So I can what I have created in my new one, which for my practice use SRK Famida, so that for the now I need to have the new credentials to log in there, right? So that, and I need to erase Famida Mamba's account, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got you now. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, hi, Ashok.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible, Ashok?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Ashok, my one doubt I have that you told we have git fetch command. But if we apply git fetch, it will not merge and it will save our local repo.
Correct.
So what is the purpose of using git fetch? Like end of the day, we need to merge with our code base.
No. Yeah, no. So I already told the reason also. When you use git pull, what will happen?
Yeah, maybe there will be conflict can be happen.
Right. With the git fetch, you don't get any conflict because you can check easily what are the files which are modified in the remote repository. So you can check it in your local. Did you modify the same files? If you modify the same files, then you can take your code back up. Then you can merge the changes to avoid the conflicts.
So how to check, sir, in the local repo?
Git status command will tell you what are the files you have. Whenever you execute git fetch command, it will give the list of the files which are modified.
Okay.
And by using git status command, you can see what files you have modified in the local. If there is a matching, then you may get the conflict. You will know that you are going to get the conflict. But if you use git pull, directly will get the conflict.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Sir, I have
Ashok,
a question
one more
regarding the
question.
post which from the Instagram I could see opening in IBM. What is I did not find the link to apply, sir.
Sir, in the Instagram bio, the link is updated. Sir, please check it. In the Instagram, just click on our profile. You can see the link to apply for IBM Open.
Okay.
I have one question, Ashok. So in the in the company, so we have the private repository, okay, and they always ask to take from the SSH client, not the HTTP one. So using SSH, they link, they wanted to take that one. So could you explain tomorrow how can we do that one?
Yes, sir. I will show you that also.
Okay, and
Tomorrow
as
I will show you SSH and Linux. In the Linux, how we will use the Git. Currently, we are using Git in the Windows now. So in the real time, how to use that in the Linux? Yeah.
Right. So now we are cloning with the HTTPS, right? So tomorrow you will show the how to clone with the SSH, right?
Yes.
And one more question. As Famida got that 2 accounts and there is some Windows, some credentials is there. So, but I am using the Mac OS. So, what can I do if that case occurs in my laptop? Then
in the Mac OS, I have no idea, sir. I need to check it because I never used Mac operating system.
Okay.
Let me check it. Or you can Google it once. How to remove the Git credentials from the Mac OS.
Okay.
Just type in the Google, try that. I will also try from my end because I never used it. Mac operating system.
Okay, yeah. And please explain tomorrow the private repository and how to pull that clone that one by SSH.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, sir. Soumya.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. So, where can we exactly see the file which is present in a branch in our working directory, like we see the other files, sir?
I did not get your question, buddy.
Sir, like we have files in a branch, right? So, like we see the files in the Windows, right, in the file manager. So, in the branch, where can we exactly see those files, or is it like virtually we are seeing?
I think we can execute lsfnl command, sir, which will provide you the files.
If you want to see the Git by lsfnl command, it will list you the files.
Where exactly, like which path we need to check?
In the project directory.
Okay, so for that branch directory will be created inside that directory.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Hello, sir. I posted my problem on chat, sir.
Your name, Rakesh?
Yes.
Rakesh, I will get back to you, Rajesh. You drop a message to in my WhatsApp also. I will check it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Fine, guys. Good. Thank you. Good night. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll meet in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll finish our Git topics, predict topics.